could Disney get this wrong?
Like, I don't
I,
put much.
I literally heard that Mulan has powers in this.
That is what?
I heard from a review that Mulan has powers,
Oh
magical
yeah,
powers,
I did hear that. Like, apparently she goes into battle without any protective gear, and she's like just flying all over the place. Like,
because she has powers. I'm like,
yo,
what?
is this Mulan or Wonder Woman? What the heck?
And you know what the funny thing is? The most ironic thing is they took out Mushu, the talking dragon, Cricket, and the ancestor Ghost because they wanted this movie to have a realistic feel, yet they
Yeah,
have someone magical.
from
They turned a person who's not magical to a magical character.
from the reviews I've heard, it's actually kind of boring. It is boring. It's super boring.
Well, of course it's boring.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you
apparently
expect?
they literally took out all the songs and all the good characters
Yeah.
for a serious movie that ended up being just boring. I'm just glad that I wasn't dumb enough to spend $30 on this crap. I feel bad for anybody who has to pay $7 for the Disney Plus and pay $30.
Well,
That's
reviewers have to do it, unfortunately.
well,
They
wait,
get paid too.
don't reviewers get screeners to watch it
No,
for free?
I saw this reviewer had to pay the $30 to do it.
That is, I would pass on reviewing this movie, but I guess that's easy clicks, easy views, So
Yeah. He said he regretted it anyways.
yeah. Hey, guess what? I'm not gonna do that for this channel. I love this channel, but please, I'm not spending money on this movie.
But like I said, of course it was gonna be shit. Every live action remake that Disney has done has been shit.
It's actually kind of
not one has been great.
actually, I just remembered. Like, I've actually never watched any Disney live action movie in theater, so technically, I've never given them my money at all for any of these movies. So I'm not gonna start now.
Yeah, no, I'd never watch one in theaters either. I would never willingly pay money to see it.
Yeah.
I think I saw Beauty and the Beast on Netflix, and then I did The Jungle Book, and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, if you get to watch these for free, then that's the only way you should watch it. These Disney live action abominations.
Yeah. I mean, it was on Netflix, so I still had to pay like $15, but
that's part of your that's part of your
course.
Netflix. That's basically free for you because you just pay for Netflix. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I never look at Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, I don't take Rotten Tomatoes seriously, but I saw the difference between what the critics were saying versus what the audience was saying. It has a 41% audience score and a 75% critic score. I mean, that's almost the same as Tenet for the critic score. That is some bullshit.
I do not
right there.
know how Tenet is that low on the critics. I mean,
Tenet should. If you guys watched my review, I gave Tenet a 9 out of 10.
Me too.
It's an instant classic. It's gonna be the type of movie people will watch over and over again. People are gonna forget about Mulan ever existed within a week. Like, people are gonna forget about this movie.
I guarantee you, the people gave this movie a rotten review are the same people who doesn't like to be challenged, who likes cookie cutter movies and be told this is what it's about, and it just just don't want to think about the movie. But like Mulan, Mulan is just a cookie cutter movie and doesn't challenge you at all. It just does.
Yeah. Apparently, in the movie, like in Mulan, like there's a character there specifically to tell Mulan that, she's supposed to learn a life lesson, and she's like, yes, I'll learn it, and then she just learns it. Like, apparently it's
yes,
that
I'll
simple.
learn it.
Yeah, it's something about like living your truth, and after that she's like, okay, that sounds good. I'm gonna take off my protective gear, and just show my identity, because that's like part of Mulan's charm, like hiding her identity to protect her family. But in this movie, forget about all that. It's just, I'm just glad I didn't see this crap, and I'm glad I'm not brainwashed to spend $30 on Disney.
Also, in this movie, apparently she has all the fighting skills, and then she has powers too.
Yeah,
In the
apparently
original
she had to
Mulan, she
she had
didn't have anything. She had to work for it to be
she had to
respected.
learn. Yeah, she had to learn the
Yeah.
skills.
And
In this one, she has
that's
it.
what I
Yeah,
think is better. I think it's better that she had to learn it and she's not like a Mary Sue.
right. But yeah, I didn't want to spend too much time on it, but it's just hilarious to just see how bad this movie is. We knew
Yeah,
it would be bad.
we talked about live action remakes for like 30 minutes like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and we predicted this is exactly what would happen. Critics would say it's okay.
Yeah.
People would shit on it. We knew this.
I mean, this is probably the easiest remake you could have remade and you just ruined it. Like how do you ruin this?
Eh,
Makes no sense.
it's funny. I Another criticism I heard. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but another criticism I heard about the movie was it has some bad CGI, and I'm thinking
Oh
to
yeah.
myself, how is this movie $200 million and and has bad CGI? Apparently, the green screen in the movie is way too obvious. I'm like, on top of the 200 million, you had 5 months to fix it. What the heck happened? This movie was
That's
supposed to release in March.
that's another big problem with Disney too. Okay, I love Marvel. Star Wars is there, but Disney relies way too much on CGI.
Yeah,
Way too much. The movie Tenet, they use no CGI.
yeah. Tenet is a great example. Very minimal CGI, amazing practical effects, and you're telling me Mulan couldn't have practical fighting in the movie? Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah,
isn't that part of a live action movie having realistic fights take place, in realistic settings?
yeah, man, it just blows my mind that that
Yeah.
can happen. With
Anybody who
it's a Disney movie too. You expect a good product.
And I know people are gonna say this is a family movie. Families are gonna sit down and watch it for $30. But listen, if you're a family man or a family woman, I implore you, please do not spend money on this movie. Spend the few bucks and go watch Tenet with your family, please.
I mean, I wouldn't exactly call that a family movie.
Well, I mean, like, come on, like it doesn't have some
Yeah,
kind of R-rated gory stuff. Like
yeah.
it's
There's
I'm
no curse words. There's no gore.
yeah, like a little kid can watch Tenet. He might not understand it,
He will definitely not understand it.
but
But
he
it
can
has cool visuals.
but hey, you're never too old, too young or too old to appreciate Christopher Nolan's cinematography and
Yeah.
just his amazing movies.
But that's the thing with Disney too. They don't give you any creative control.
Yeah,
Disney is just like, hey, you do it my way or there's a door, you know. You
it's
don't
either my
get
way or the
yeah,
highway.
you don't get any creative control. Just look at Edgar Wright. He left because they wouldn't let him do anything creative with Ant-Man.
Yeah, this is why Christopher Nolan will never work with Disney.
Dude, they would just ruin his vision.
Yeah, this is why he only works with Warner's because
Same with
Warner.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, because the Warner brothers just let Christopher Nolan do anything he wants because he's
He's
Christopher
proven
Nolan.
himself.
Yeah, he's Christopher freaking Nolan. He's a
Yeah.
guaranteed box office draw.
But Disney gets like new, like young directors that nobody has even heard of before too. So
Yeah, so they can control them and they don't say anything to them.
yeah, exactly. They never get like known directors who are actually creative. They just get little known directors that no one really cares about.
Right, so they can control them and it's a movie.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, man, Disney makes movies by committee, meaning movies that are clean and processed, perfect for families and no risks taken, no unnecessary uh, trouble to make the movie creatively fulfilling. You will never get that
Yeah.
with a Disney movie. Disney movies are going to be, like you said, cookie cutter, easy to watch, and forgettable. That's all they're going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be quick cash grabs and lifeless. No heart or soul included.
Although the MCU movies are different though, because I think Kevin
Right.
Feige has more control there.
Right. Kevin Feige would never let his movies ever be touched by Bob Iger or anybody telling him do this, do that. Yeah, sure, he has like probably guidelines, but material better than anybody. I don't think people who make these live action Disney adaptation or these Star Wars movies know what the hell they're doing.
Well, still, Edgar Wright did leave because of creative problems with the first
Right.
Ant-Man.
You
So
know, at the end of the day,
like,
look, at the end of the day, MCU movies are Kevin Feige cuts. You're not going to get the director's vision. It's going to be approved by Kevin Feige himself.
Well, Anthony and Joe Russo did a lot with Endgame and Infinity War. You know,
right.
Like they had like a lot of say in that movie, I think.
Right, but not every director is as lucky.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and you know, moving on from Disney because my God, that's a shit show. We talked about Tenet last week, and it was a really fun review. So, everybody listening to this, make sure you go check out my and Ziegler's review of Tenet. So we have a spoiler and a non-spoiler review. So if you're out of the theater or have seen Tenet recently, make sure you go watch it. And in the spoiler review, we try to explain the movie to the best of our abilities. I don't know about you, Ziegler. I think we did a pretty good job explaining.
Yeah, I think we did too, but I still am probably going to see it a second time, maybe next week.
Me too, yeah.
And then I'll get like a clearer, more understanding of it. I need to see like all like the missing stuff that I missed.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm definitely gonna watch it a second time, either in theaters or I'm definitely gonna get a Blu-ray of this movie because I'm looking forward to watching this movie with subtitles. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I can't stop thinking about this movie because I love it so much, and I just want to rewatch it again.
There's very few movies where you actually think about it a few days later. What happened? How does this fit? Where like I'm just thinking about this movie. I'm like completely drawn into this world. That's how good this movie is. I know it's not for everybody, but it's totally for me, and I absolutely dug it.
Yeah, anything Christopher Nolan does, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just a fanboy, but I loved it.
I just think he's definitely a master filmmaker, and his visuals are something else, man. Like no one can compete with Christopher Nolan's visuals.
Yeah, no, absolutely nobody can compete. And honestly, I talked about this a little bit more on the actual review, but Nolan respects you as an audience member more. Like very few directors respect you the way he does. Like Scorsese, Snyder, Tarantino. Like he's in this very tight company, the kind of director that grabs you and takes you into this world that's complicated, that's nuanced. Very few directors do that, and I feel like he's one of the few who gets it. And honestly, man, people need to appreciate that even more. It's disheartening to see some snark remarks about his filmmaking. But hey, there are people defending him, and I love seeing that. But yeah, I feel like he needs to definitely get more respect, especially from the Oscars. Like, if Tenet doesn't get nominated for multiple Oscars, then throw the whole thing away because this movie definitely deserves consideration, especially with so many movies not releasing this year. Tenet should probably be contender for multiple Oscars, in my opinion.
Yeah, if this movie doesn't win Best Visual Effects, I'm boycotting the Oscars.
Yeah, Best Visual Effects, Best Score.
Oh yeah, best score director, was amazing.
Best director, Best movie.
He's a good advocate for Best Director. Yeah. The writing was really good too.
Yeah, John David Washington should get a nomination for Best Actor.
I think Elizabeth Debicki did really good.
Yeah, she should get Best Actress, and Robert Pattinson get Best Supporting Actor nomination. This movie should get multiple Oscar nominations.
Oh yeah, definitely, and also the sound mixing was good. Just everything about it. And I know people have a problem with like the score being so loud,
Yeah, the score was amazing. That's why I think the Oscar for the score is like an easy win for Ludwig. Yeah, for sure.
Wow, no, his last name is Ludwig Gus.
Yeah, I still, honestly, man, I should put some respect on his name. I should learn how to say his last name.
Yeah, he did a great score.
Goranson. I'm pretty sure it's Goranson.
Yeah, he definitely gave Hans Zimmer a run for his money, though.
Yeah, he's like, I feel like Ludwig is like the future Hans Zimmer. He's like a young Hans Zimmer, to be honest.
Well, he's already won an Oscar, and he's done like a few movies.
Yeah, he did Black Panther, Creed, so he's like the future of the composer industry.
Oh yeah, this movie probably has like the best score so far in 2020. So if he doesn't win, then I don't know, like. But it's gonna be weird the Oscars because not a lot of movies came out.
Yeah, that's why I feel like Tenet is like has the easiest road to all the Oscars because it's definitely like the best movie that came out this year. Tell me another movie better than Tenet that came out this year. Maybe my memory is bad because 2020 is such a bad year. But
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything better than Tenet out there in 2020 specifically.
Well, plus like 2020 released like so little movies, so
right. So Tenet should easily.
January had what? February. I can't even do this, but it was so long ago. February and January.
Right. No movie can compete with Tenet.
And, but January movies are like where movies go to die.
Right. Exactly. And Cam, have we convinced you to watch Tenet in theaters yet? Because I know you were mulling over it.
I haven't even had any opportunity to even plan out a trip to the movie theater because I've been working so much, plus school as well. But I don't get it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't understand it.
Understand what?
Like, understand it. Like, I'm trying to remember the teaser trailer that I saw for it when I went to the movies when I went to the movies when they were starting to promote Tenet before
Have you
COVID.
seen the final trailer of the movie?
I don't think I've seen the final trailer.
Okay, yet. Watch the final trailer. You will literally drive yourself to the theater right after it.
Well, it's basically about like I think I can kind of tell it without spoilers, maybe.
Yeah, we can give him because we can just read off
this. Is it like a whole time type of thing?
Okay,
kind of. It's not totally time travel. It's like time inversion. Like, gosh.
Okay. So let's not give away like too much of the plot because if we discuss the time thing, we'll have to explain all of it. But the thing is, okay, basically, this movie is a spy movie, kind of like a James Bond movie, but with a sci-fi twist involving, like Ziegler said, inversion of time, not time travel, but like things going backward. Like you remember, maybe you saw in the teaser in the first trailer.
Like where there was a car wreck and then they went in reverse.
Right. So that's the inversion happening. So you're going to see how the inversion is implemented into the plot. So there's a reason for that.
Yeah, and with the... Oh, wait, never mind.
Right. So basically it's like a James Bond sci-fi. It's like a James Bond sci-fi movie. It's like if James Bond spy espionage mixed with Christopher Nolan visuals and sci-fi elements.
But you also, just a fair warning, you also may get lost a little bit, but then you'll find your way back.
Right. The dialogue is kind of hard to hear because Christopher Nolan turns up the
in
score
some scenes it is.
Yeah. But if you focus enough, you'll hear the dialogue that you need to hear. So that and plus the visuals, the choreography, cinematography, it all comes together into like this perfect puzzle. But yeah, if Cam, I tell you and the audience listening, watch this movie in IMAX. You will not regret it. You will definitely not regret it. If you're a movie fan and you appreciate amazing filmmaking, go watch Tenet in IMAX.
Oh yeah, that 70 millimeter is awesome.
Yep.
Christopher Nolan uses the IMAX better than anyone. He's like the only director who understands how to use the IMAX camera to his full potential.
Yep. So Cam, have we convinced you now to watch it?
I'm curious. I just need to see a bit. I need to actually see the trailer, maybe more reviews, maybe prepare myself for it. I just need time.
Yeah, definitely watch the trailer. And I promise you, as soon as you watch the trailer, you're gonna get a refresher, and you're gonna be like, I need to watch this movie as soon as possible. You're gonna book your ticket right away.
It's just like a mind-bending movie too. Like, it's
Yeah,
not your ordinary sci-fi movie, pretty much.
yeah, that's true.
It's not your
And
ordinary spy movie. It's like Christopher Nolan's take, his spin on it.
Yeah, his spin on it.
Just like Inception was a heist movie, but it was his little spin on it with the dreamscape.
Right.
Was it dreamscaping? I was something.
Yeah,
like
like his with the dream heists.
Yeah, pretty much. Except it's like it's an inverted heist where he's putting something in there.
Right. And
this
speaking
Tenet
of,
is just so goddamn good.
Yeah, and so moving on to the next topic. Speaking of Robert Pattinson, I don't know if you guys heard. This is just a small news. Don't want to focus on this too much, but the Batman production was halted when they were starting to film, because apparently one of the crew members got COVID-19. But a lot of websites are reporting that it wasn't just a crew member; it was Robert Pattinson himself being tested positive for COVID-19, because they're beginning the filming again, so they're testing everybody before they come in. And I guess because Robert was doing media events for Tenet, like obviously not in person, but like virtually, he looked like he was like, he didn't look sick or anything like that, but he looked really good. I guess maybe he's asymptomatic, so he should be all right. But that was
yeah, like most like young people who are like built too like that, like they're all right with COVID.
Yeah.
Like
plus
all the athletes that have gotten COVID, they've been fine.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, he probably wouldn't be on set if he didn't feel well. He probably thought he was okay, but
yeah,
he's probably asymptomatic at this point.
I mean, you can have COVID and not even show signs.
Right, exactly, because the thing is inside you, but it's not like affecting you as much as it would.
I expect him to be back in a week or so.
Yeah, because he needs to quarantine for like a week and then get tested twice, and if it's negative twice, the filming will begin again. And I know people are like worried all of a sudden because they were like, "Oh, what if Batman doesn't make its October date?" People, don't worry about it. He's gonna quarantine for a week. He's gonna recover. At the very most, maybe 2 weeks. It's gonna make its October date because they still have a lot of time. They're gonna film everything post production. Even if they need a few more weeks, they might push the movie to like end of October. But it's still gonna hit the October date.
Yeah, man, they got a year. Calm down.
Yeah, this is why I don't look at Twitter. I just had to look at Twitter because I saw my brother, because he was watching like a TikTok video of somebody saying that Robert Pattinson has COVID-19. I was like, bro, that is ridiculous. Let me go on the internet and check. No website was reporting it. I saw on Twitter somebody was saying it, and then the Variety reported. So it became official.
I think it didn't come out like last week. I mean, not last week. Thursday. Yesterday.
Yeah, it came out like 2 days ago almost. I think it was Thursday. Yeah. But look,
I think he's gonna be fine. He's gonna recover. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, to people worried, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
I mean, unless he has like a condition we don't know about.
That is true, but again, he was doing the media events for Tenet.
Yeah.
He looked really good, so I'm just guessing he's asymptomatic at this point.
Well, yeah, I think he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be back in a week or two. The film is gonna begin again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie is gonna be so goddamn good.
Yeah,
but the movie is anything like that trailer, even though they shot a quarter of it, still.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like that's probably my second most anticipated movie of 2021. 2021. Hopefully, it's better than 2020.
When are they gonna start reshooting? When are they gonna start shooting new scenes for Snyder Cut?
I think they're gonna begin pretty soon since Batman started production again. I'm pretty sure they're gonna also start on Justice League soon as well.
Hopefully, yeah.
Maybe they've already began, but they're not telling us anything because it's not something we need to know about because they're probably still testing people to get back to the set. So yeah, I get maybe Zack Snyder because Zack Snyder likes to talk to the fans a lot on Vero. So maybe if somebody asks him, "Hey, when you guys filming?" he might answer the fan. So then we'll know like when they're starting to film. So I'll definitely be on the lookout for that update.
I wish he would have said something during fandom.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to make it too obvious because he's kind of trying to keep the filming kind of secret. Because the only person he's told about the filming is like the close fans who follow him on Vero, and the winner of one of the poster competitions got a letter saying you're invited to the set of the filming of Justice League.
Damn.
That lucky fan, man. He got a low key invitation to meet all the Justice League members on set. Yeah, and another mini news I heard recently. Were you guys able to catch this news about John Boyega calling out Star Wars again? Did you guys see that?
What happened?
Oh, so you know how John Boyega has been calling out, Star Wars and Star Wars fans. He doesn't want anything to do with the franchise. Like, there were rumors of him being part of like a Disney Plus show. He literally subtweeted that rumor saying, "I will never work with Disney ever again." And
Smart man.
Yeah, and he talked about in an interview how like Disney pretends to care about minorities and people of color, but in reality, apparently on set they treat them like crap. And he was pretty much calling out Disney for their treatment of their minority characters in Star Wars, even though Disney claims to be very diverse and woke and stuff like that.
I mean, they did nothing with his character.
Exactly. That's
literally nothing.
That's his point.
The first one they did.
Besides the first movie.
But then the second one, you just kind of got buried. And
yeah.
They could have done a lot with his character, too.
Like, I think I saw something on Twitter the other day saying, hey, they could have had him and Rey be Jedis.
Yeah, but they didn't go with that because Rian Johnson came in and completely, made the script different. Because
JJ wanted to make a love story with him and that person. That should not be named.
Because J.J. Abrams, when he went on to do this movie, he had a vision for what he wanted because he set up some things in The Force Awakens. Obviously, he set up the fact that Finn was going to be a major character going forward, and he had a great debut. But the thing is, Abrams couldn't film the next year for Last Jedi, so they had to hire a new director because Abrams had to work on his other movie, right? And they couldn't wait for Abrams to come back and do The Last Jedi. So they said, okay, we'll just hire a new guy. And they hired Rian Johnson. And Rian Johnson came in, completely went away from JJ's vision and completely destroyed Finn's character.
I'm surprised how much Rian got away with it.
Yeah, because Rian Johnson, works for Disney, who protects their stooges no matter what. Not from the fans, but the media hacks. Oh, they love Rian Johnson.
Yeah, but the thing is so stupid. Like, they have to have it 2 years after the first one, which is so stupid. Just wait. Just be patient, man. Like, do you want it done right or do you want it done quick? You can't have both.
I mean, even this movie, Rise of the Skywalker was going to be completely different. It was going to be directed by Colin Trevorrow, and the movie was going to be called Duel of the Fates, and it was going to be a completely different movie than the Rise of Skywalker. But
yeah, I heard of that.
But Disney did not want to do the things that Colin Trevorrow wanted to do. I believe he wanted to actually use the character of Finn more in the movie. Like he wanted to arc to be different. He wanted to change things, but Disney was not comfortable with it, so they fired him and they brought in J.J. Abrams to fix it, so to say, and it didn't work out because they basically tried to undo everything that happened in Last Jedi, but it didn't work as a end of a saga movie. And they had, you guys remember? We can talk about this now because that movie came out like a month ago. That ending scene, that was literally copied from Endgame.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? I am all the. Remember that? What was that? Like, I am all the Sith, and then Rey says, "I'm all the Jedi." Oh, it was so cringe. It literally reminded me of Endgame.
And then when like the last, I only saw it once, and I was like in December, so I'm gonna try to remember. It's if I'm not remembering correctly, then I'm sorry, but didn't it like the last battle with all the ships, and they all like appear like out of nowhere, right? Is that just my imagination? That was kind of like an end game, like when everyone came.
Disney literally copied their other major blockbuster. Like they should be ashamed of themselves.
No one would notice.
Oh, we noticed. Trust me, we noticed. It was way too obvious. We noticed.
I mean, is it copying if it's still your own property?
I mean, technically speaking, maybe Kathleen Kennedy stole from Kevin Feige.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, Kathleen Kennedy is the worst.
Yeah. I mean, look, Endgame isn't like, the most original movie of all time, but that movie came out literally in 2019 and you copied your own movie in the same year. Like, how ridiculous is that? And it's just so laughably bad. And Finn's character was reduced to just screaming Rey at random points.
Yay.
You remember that, Cam? It's so embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not gonna act like I'm this woke-tivist who wants every character to get equal screen time and all that. But the fact that Finn was literally, completely wasted. Like, how interesting was his beginning? A former, stormtrooper turned Jedi. How cool would that be? Like that would be so cool, but they completely threw it away.
Yeah. The only good thing that the Rise of Skywalker did was bury the character of Rose. That was the only good thing.
Yeah.
It was.
When she wasn't that bad, to be honest.
Oh, I hated her character in Last Jedi. I mean, I didn't hate her as much as people did on social media, but I did not like that character at all.
Okay, at the end of The Last Jedi, when Finn was about to sacrifice himself, I thought that was like a really powerful moment.
Exactly.
That was like a really powerful moment, and then it got ruined.
Stole it. She stole that moment from him.
Literally, and she gave him a kiss. It was an awkward kiss too.
He was like,
just
like, I don't want you.
Honestly, you did not ask for consent. You can't just do that.
And it's pretty obvious he's more into Rey than her. It's like,
honestly, dude, like, get your chubby ass out of here.
He's like, God damn it, I want Rey, not you.
Not your chubby ass. Come on. Do we look like we're in the same league? No, get out of here.
Oh man,
go hit hilarious. On General Hux or something.
Oof.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
But yeah, totally ruined Finn's big moment. And then what I hated was the awkward kiss between Rey and Kylo Ren. That was even more awkward, I think.
Yeah, it looked very awkward, and it didn't feel earned.
Oh yeah, it wasn't earned at all.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, when is this kiss gonna end? Like, god damn.
Oh yeah, then I forgot that Rey died, and then he healed her, and then Kylo died, and didn't she heal him?
Something like that.
That's crazy. Yeah, apparently Jedi can heal people now.
When did that become canon? Like what?
I have no idea. It didn't they introduce it in the Rise of Skywalker?
I think so. And
when Rey healed that monster animal thing.
yeah, I guess, but I don't know. It's weird. I find stuff like this weird because it was never established in the original or the prequels.
I know. Same
So
with Leia being a Jedi.
oh yeah,
Like
that
that
too.
came out of nowhere too, and it showed like that awful CGI of her face training to be a Jedi.
Oh, dude, that looked awful.
Like that, like you can't just make shit up. Like, come
Yeah,
on, what are you
yeah.
doing, Disney?
You know, this is not the first time they CGI'd her face. If you remember back in
Yeah,
2016, they had
Rogue One.
Rogue One. They CGI'd like her younger face when they were going into battle.
And
That
she
actually
said,
looked.
"This is hope" or whatever.
Yeah. That actually looked really good. That looked very convincing. But I don't
And
know
then
how the CGI gets worse from 2016 to 2019. I don't know.
the CGI was pretty bad and noticeable too in Rogue One when they remember that older guy that he died like in real life, but then they CGI'd his face in the Rogue One anyways. What was it, Tarkin? Like
Yeah,
whatever.
Tarkin. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. It took me out of the movie
Oh yeah,
because it was
that didn't look good. Yeah. And now that we're just bagging on Star Wars right now, one last thing I want to mention about Star Wars. I mean, yeah, sure, they treated their characters like Finn horribly. Also, at the same time, they didn't let people have a breather because we had a Star Wars movie in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, unfortunately, and then in 2019. Like that's what like that's 5 straight years of Star Wars movie. Original trilogy, people back in those times had to wait 3 years for each Star Wars movie. You know what that did? That built anticipation for each movie. People were excited, and guess what? George Lucas had time to flesh the characters, work on the script.
Yeah.
That was completely not a thing in this trilogy. Characters were rushed, the script was rushed, and people, were they watched a Star Wars movie last year, so it doesn't build anticipation like it does back in the day.
Yeah, well, they set themselves up for disaster when they put like a due date on it.
Yeah.
Like you should
Well,
just put a date on it. Like I don't know. Like I just think the whole thing was crazy. Like it has to be every 2 years and nothing more.
oh no, not even 2 years. They're doing it every year because between the two, the main Star Wars movie, they would do the Rogue One and Solo. So it's like every year they would do like a prequel, then the main movie, prequel, main movie, prequel. Like it got tiring. People didn't care about Star Wars.
Yeah, they made me dislike Star Wars so much. They really did. And it's a shame. Because it was a good. Well, it was a. The first three was good, and the prequels were shit. So it was an adequate.
I mean, let's be honest here. We would take the prequels over this new trilogy, to be honest.
Well, I think The Force Awakens is better than any of the prequel movies.
At least the prequels had some sort of, creativity, risk taking with it. I can't say the same thing about these movies because George Lucas was the one behind it.
I guess you can say Last Jedi was creative a little because Rian Johnson just changed everything and had it his way.
You know what they say? You gotta. What's that thing Rian Johnson used to say?
I don't know.
It's like I forgot. It's like tilt people, like do the unexpected thing. Subvert people's expectations, right? The Loki, that's what he would defend his movie for. Like he would be like, "Oh, I'm just subverting people's expectations,"
Yeah, they're expecting a good Star Wars movie, but I'm just gonna give them shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shit on the lore. That's how.
Shit on everything.
Yeah.
Even Mark Hamill wasn't happy that what he was doing with this character.
Oh yeah, Mark Hamill was very unhappy with Rian Johnson.
Yeah. But did he give a shit? No.
Nope.
The sacred text.
Sacred text. Yeah.
Oh
right.
yeah, Ghost Yoda was in it too. I like that part. That was good. Other than that, no, wasn't for me, dog.
Yeah.
I still have the 4K for some reason.
Hey, you should sell it for 50 cents.
No, I'll burn it with my Suicide Squad Justice League.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, waste
I
of
love
money.
collecting, and I love completing my collection, but I'm just not gonna buy it.
Yep.
Same with Game of Thrones season 8.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that video and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And click on the channel to check out some more awesome videos like our movie and wrestling debates and our interviews with people like the Wrestling Classic and Jordan Jomo from the IGWC. And we are definitely looking into delivering you all some more content in the near future, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And thank you for your support.